So, going ahead with a session today, it's impromptu and I'm just starting. Yesterday, one session was primarily saying who all is in the underground facility. Now, I thought it's rather than wasting time on how many people are in the underground facility, there are some names that are popular publicly, they're public personalities. There is the industrialist name also. His name is Mr. Mukesh Ambani. His children, says, is no more. That is Isha and Anant are no more. Mr. Ambani, perhaps because he has been exposed to so much in life, perhaps he knows how to try to balance himself as much as possible. My cousin Kabir and Akhil were also in that facility. But as I told you, Kabir and Akhil are very protective about his cousin sisters. I've already mentioned it earlier. And perhaps even of other girls they have worked with, if at all that is what brought them into the underground place. So a man touches the girl or is bad or rude with the girl, Akhil to can't control, almost immediately gets into a fight. Anyway, both of them have lost their life. Kabir Gupta and Akhil Gupta, my actual cousins. His shapeshifter is out. His shapeshifter has told me when I said, "Look, Kabir, what happened to my hand?" He says, "What about your feet?" That was his shapeshifter, and I could make it out because of the attitude. After all, I've hung around my cousins from the time I was about 6 years old to understand what personality type they really are. Okay? And from the time I was 10 years old to every year, twice a year, we spend at least 2 months with them, at least 1.5 months with them. Bombay to Bangalore, Bangalore to Bombay. So, anyway, that also is an indication. What I've decided to do is I've decided to actually ask. Also, what has come into the knowledge is you are very fond of Anita, so am I. Anu Anita, ex Mrs. Anita Advani, or then Mrs. Anita Merchant. Kiran Merchant is no more on the body. Anita Merchant is alive. She may not be the egg of mine. She may be the egg of mine that she has contributed me, or it is a Spanish egg that has contributed me. I don't know. But anyway, the lady who has brought me up is in an underground facility. That's where the confusion is. Her shapeshifter is out. She is not a good person. I have proof of it. The proof is when I have come back from New Zealand 2013. My mom is the sort who gets worked up because she's the one who knows I am allergic to dust. So one small little sneeze or little chest congestion, 3 sweaters. Very particular about everything. When I've got, and she never allows me to come back from the airport or go anywhere on my own. She's always been that way. Even when it comes to matrimonial sites, she never lets me put my photo out or my number out. She does it on her name. And I'm not saying on the websites, though we are not allowed, but on like an actual matrimonial, like a Sindhi matrimonial thing in Villa Parle. Was it in Villa Parle? Yeah, I think it was, off Link Road. They're all decent Sindhis, list themselves. So even over there, she doesn't give my photo. She'll give her photo, an old photo, and give her number, never my actual details. She's very particular that way. Okay? Now, the thing is, and this is from childhood. The thing is, when I got back from New Zealand, one, she didn't pick me up from the airport. My flight was pretty late into Bombay. Otherwise, she's very particular. She will say, no, uncle and me will come, pick you, drop you. Never travel alone. She's very particular. This time, 2012 end is when I've arrived from New Zealand to Bombay. She has not picked me up. Nor has she insisted, uncle comes pick you up. Right? I've taken a cab and I've come to the house. But I haven't. I'm there to surprise my father for his birthday on the 8th of December. I have arrived about, I think, 5 days earlier. So I'm staying at Suman Towers. I plan to move to South Bombay to Jasville only on my father's birthday or one day before my father's birthday. That's the plan. Okay. Now the thing is, when I have moved to South Bombay, there is an interim period of 3-4 days. Generally, this building has part-timers hanging around downstairs. or then has part-timers coming and going from the place. It is not so difficult to tell the watchman to see if anybody is around who's willing to, for money, clear the house on that particular day. She has not got it done. Which means she's resentful when I come home. Neither is she Varsha nor is she my mother. It is 2012 end, 2013. This woman is somebody else. It is she who is very sly and of very poor quality. Like her, how many are there? Are they aware of all the people who have been grabbed, put underground? So does she belong to that bunch of people who kidnap people, take them off the grid and have put them in facilities under the ground? That needs to be addressed very clearly. She's not good energy. For somebody who is all my life told me don't be around dust, you are allergic to it, to leave the house dusty, it has not been cleared for 3 years. I know my mom. She's particular about every pin. Then when 2.5 years have passed, finally, Sharanya, my niece, has a birthday party. No, she doesn't have in between there is a birthday party of Sharanya and Tara has visited Bombay. But those party pictures is as if you're in Kashmir, some militancy. All you have is a white screen on the back. These girls, they are made to stand against the wall and a photo is taken out. I don't know if there are any streamers, beamers. It's not how we celebrate babies' birthdays. That itself is another red flag. I said maybe she's trying to save money because as the child grows, but I say no, if you look at it from a different angle, it's a red flag. Fast forward to 2015. Sharanya has a break, so I've gone to Deep Towers from South Bombay. I've gone to Andheri, Lokhandwala, Oshiwara, West to spend some time with my niece. Over there, Anita's behavior is not okay. On the last couple of days, I feel something is strange. Also, my mom is a tea drinker and a masala chai drinker. She's married to a Gujarati man. At Suman Towers, she's drinking only coffee. Another red flag. Then, Rabia is sent at a time when Anita knows that I'm going to, she's probably watched us. She knows I'm going to ask for somebody downstairs at the watchman. Manjeet is part of this. He was the watchman at Suman Towers. Rabia turns up over there at that very same time. She's talking about Rohit building. But Rohit is Nikhil Advani's Masi's husband. Sahu's. Harry met Sejal shooting was done when Rabia has left the job from my home. They have gone on a European trip. So this is a racket. The word for it is a racket, which my reading says. It is a huge racket of grabbing positions, grabbing key people, putting them in an underground facility and bringing out the replica in broad daylight. So it is a racket. There are some authorities of the location where these guys have been put away in the underground facility who have visited them, they know about it. So it's a racket. How can Indians and Hindus be of this quality of racket? It was never the Hindu way of life. That means the infiltration is from the Middle East. The more confusion, the more difficult it is for it to be solved. It better be solved pretty soon, otherwise you are going to lose, frankly, India as well as Saudi Arabia. The racket is at the top. So far you are being used because there is a need for you. You dumb fuck. The way the terrorists are being killed using other people's resources. Indian army is not the Middle Eastern resource. Yet it's being used as well as the Pakistani army. Like free workers. To get rid of evidence. Wake up. Anyway, what I want to do is I want to just time and clock this because I got a very serious agenda today. Unfortunately, this is, wait, we'll go and show it like this. I think, okay, if this much also we can do, very good. So the idea is clocking it. It is 10:23 in the clock. My eyesight is little poor. It is Thursday. It is 15th of May 2025. Okay. That's when we're doing this session. Now, what is the agenda today? I'm going to put this off because I'm going to take it to something else. What is the agenda today? I thought if my sister is willing to, and yeah, if she is willing to give the location. First, I was looking for the map of Bombay and looking for the map of New Bombay and all. Then I'm not able to get it because she said on the map I'll let you know. But I'm not getting it. Nothing is selling. So instead, what I thought is the A, B, C, D, E, F, G. If she gives some indication, then it can help. So I will ask her. I have not asked her as yet. I haven't communicated to anything via the pendulum so far. Directly I've come to do this session. Okay. First thing first, we will start with taking the blessings. Of Shirdi Sai Baba. First we'll take the blessings of Ganesh Ji. Then we'll take the blessings of Shirdi Sai Baba. Then we'll take the blessings of Shiv Ji. Then we'll take the blessings of Parvati Mata. Then we'll take the blessings of Kartikeya. Then we'll take the blessings of Shani. Then we'll take the blessings of Vishnu. Then we'll take the blessings of Ram and Krishna. Then we'll take the blessings of Gaumata with all the gods in Gaumata and request them please guide as best as is possible to understand it. Okay, I hope she is also okay to give the direction. Depends on where and what she's up to right now. But we will start over here. Okay. You know, in this reading, you must not feel bad simply because I have to try every permutation and combination. I am not attuned to any of this. I have to also do guesswork. So I have to reason. My way of reasoning is to reason it loud. I don't know anything, frankly telling you. It is based on this guesswork of the permutations and combinations of what it can be. So don't feel insulted, but I have to try from every angle. Okay? So, Cutie Pie, are you with me today? I have not given you any offering of food. I told you yesterday. So, did you eat properly? It's only paratha. Okay, but would you like something offered right now? You want something now also? Right now? Okay, but I have is it okay if I give it to you after 1 hour? You are okay after 1 hour? Because I want to just ask some very important questions. I'll give you mango in a little time and some pakoras in little time, which is in the fridge when I'm going to eat. You okay with that? The reason is, you know why? Yesterday also I told you I'm offering you the paratha and then cockroaches came on it. Don't waste my food. I don't like throwing food, and when those creepy crawlies are on it, I cannot eat it. So I'll offer it to you, I'll leave it for 1 hour, then I have to consume it and finish it. Is it okay? It's not okay. You want me to leave it with you for the whole night? Then you want me to go and throw it in the dustbin? Food wastage is not a good thing. Throwing food is not good. I don't like that. Okay. Anyway, now I want to ask you something. You want me to offer you an apple right now? That apple will be, I'm not going to cut it. You're okay with it? Okay, so what I want to ask you, from the book with the letters written out, are you willing to give me the location of the facilities? These facilities underground are all in Maharashtra? Is there anything in Gujarat? Is there anything in Karnataka? This is where key people have been abducted and dumped underground, is what you are saying? Some have passed away and some are still alive? Was it out of their free will that they have gone underground? Were they abducted and put underground? Abducted means, were they kidnapped and put underground? Were they pulled off the road when they had gone on normal work? Kidnapped and put, so like pulled off while they are traveling, they were just pulled off the road and put underground? So the place from where they are kidnapped or pulled off while they are traveling, they are put into the Goonies. We keep getting Goonies. So is anesthesia used to put them, to knock them off? Then they are dumped into a sack, loaded onto a tempo or a lorry as part of the goods and services, goods going here and there. Generally it is within the city limits where no checking happens of the lorries. So it is within the limits where suspicion is absolutely the lowest. Do they shake hands with the authorities at any point in time? So you are saying there are some people in the authorities who know about this? Is the entire force of the authority doing this? Everybody in the authority is part of this? There are few plugins amongst them who know about it. This has been going on since when? This has been going on since 2000, and from 2000 itself. Was it happening during the 90s also in India? Was this happening in the 80s also in India? Is this a homegrown Indian effort of pulling people off the street and putting them in the underground facilities? This is coming from what? The cartel or the criminal cartel or the criminal network from abroad. They have been replicating people who they pull off the grid. In broad daylight, they just send in a replica. This has been happening from the 80s and the 90s onwards till today. Vicky's husband, Mr. Siddharth of CCD, he is said to have committed suicide. Is that man in his human form today? Is he still in his physical body today? Is he in one of the underground facilities? Will all underground facilities be found now soon in time to come? Where these people have been kidnapped and put away? It is after I meet up with Nikhil Advani, my cousin, the original Nikhil Advani, my cousin from the 70s. Today I had a very strange dream. I saw Vinod in my dream, but he's trying to beat the work of a plumber and he gets shit on his hands. Was that really Vinod in my sleep? That was somebody shape-shifting for Vinod to give Vinod a bad name. That was a miscreant reel sent to me on purpose to defame Vinod or to change my identity. Was it the work of the miscreants? Trying to confuse communication? Because I was definitely very surprised to see Vinod in that situation. It looked like he was at Suman Towers trying to deal with a potty at Suman Towers. Vinod, he has only been a guest at Suman Towers when we were in school, college, never after. Vinod went to Buckingham University in United Kingdom to study. After that, he's had high profile jobs. I doubt he would know how to ever plumb anything. You're very bad people, you miscreants. Very, very, very bad. Very bad, very bad, very desperate, actually. So just give me a minute. Okay, so we'll just ask her if we can go ahead the way we did it last time. So, Varsha, if you remember, if we go straight, it is a yes. If we go straight, is a yes. If we go round, it's a no. So can you show it over here? What is a yes, baby? What is a no? Round is a no. Yes is straight. Okay, great. Now what I'm saying is, are you willing to give according to these letters, are you willing to give me the place with the letters? Will you be able to spell it out? No. So are you going to go in a chronological order? Are you going to go in a chronological order? So what should I do? How should I go about it? Should I go one letter at a time and till you that means for every letter I'll have to every next letter, or do you want to just give me the mix of letters and then I work it out? You'll give me the mix of letters and then I work it out. First we start with Maharashtra. Okay, we start with Maharashtra, the places within Maharashtra. Now, are you going to give me many places in one throw? But darling, if you give me many places in one throw, to make words out of it is little difficult. Okay, anyway, I'll go ahead. If I get stuck, then you still help me. Okay? Okay. So you're going to tell me which alphabets I have to pick up. Okay, for Maharashtra. Where the facility is underground, where people have been holed up. That dream in which I see a fluffy version of Papa, the driver who's a girl, neither you nor me, probably driving the Vento car, which is our car, pretending to be you in all probability. Papa hates sitting in the car when I'm driving. Asks him to get down and he mindlessly gets down. It is a freeway with many fast moving cars. The signal starts, but I feel there is a sea close by. So we're talking about somewhere near Palm Beach, but not Palm Beach, not Seawoods. Is it Seawoods itself? Is it Palm Beach Seawood itself? That man is alive in his body today. He's in an underground facility close to that area somewhere. That was Fluffy Tomcat by any chance? The facility is somewhere close to Palm Beach or Seawoods. But this, what you have told me about Vichumbe, and you told me about that Khalapura, and you told me those places are not close to Seawoods. That is still ahead of Seawoods. So let me get the map. 1 minute. So she can also remember. Let me get the map of New Bombay. Yeah, we got great people. Human rights. Fantastic. I don't want to get into it. Let their destiny take them, what they have done and how they have set things motion. It has all come from overseas, from India. Varsha, there's a map I have found on YouTube. Is this map important? I'll just show the map so that it is understood. This is the map I managed to find on YouTube. The most important part of this map is New Bombay, Navi Mumbai. That is Old Bombay. This is New Bombay. If we zoom into this place, Uran also somewhere here, only towards the end over here somewhere. Anyway, this place has slowly developed. We're talking about Palm Beach Road, which is along the Mumbai Pune Expressway. This road. It's an expressway. Palm Beach and Seawoods. Sion Panvel Highway, Palm Beach Road. Okay, we come further along this expressway. We come to Kamote. You see it on the map. Khandeshwar is over there. Khandeshwar has a stop on the railway station. You can see the railway line with a stop over there. First at Khargar, then at Khandeshwar. Then aage jaake, if you go further, it is coming to Panvel. Varsha says this is close to the railway line. She says you can hear the railway line. Maybe the underground facility can hear the rail going on the top. Maybe, because the railway line to her is very important. The lines are very important. She's also mentioned airport. There is a new international airport that is supposed to come up. This is it. It is cordoned off land for the longest time. Yet to come up for the longest time. Whether it has come up or is yet to come up, they weren't getting permission. That you'll have to find out the history of this place. This place is the most important. The underground facility is somewhere over here, if I have understood it correctly. This is just one of the facilities connected with Maharashtra. Only one of them. Like this, there are many. Where people are still alive underground. Why is Khandeshwar as a place important? I have to establish why this name Khandeshwar is important. This word Khandeshwar is important. One, because Kiran Merchant 2010 and 11. When I think it is already too late, Kiran Merchant, the original, is already dead. So the first time we have gone to Ambi Valley, where Mr. Ram Kotak, ex-wife and ex-sister-in-law, and they've lived very happily in spite of having split much earlier. She takes care of the two kids in Lonavala. They are well brought up. One of them has even worked with the Bill Gates Foundation, Melinda Gates Foundation in Lonavala much earlier. So they're nice lot. She is Renu Kotak. Suddenly she and her husband are at odds with each other. She doesn't want him in the house. But it is his house, and so far they have had a very decent relationship with each other. They respect each other, and for their kids' sake, it's never been threatening. Suddenly in 2009, 10, 11, it becomes threatening, or even after that, I don't know. You'll have to check with her. Who is around, who's not around, we don't know, but that's a red flag. Anyway, we've gone to Ambi Valley just to go see what it is all about. Uncle keeps talking about Khandar. But here we have Khandeshwar. Because that uncle and those days, 2010, 11, I feel the red flags had started. I don't think I've seen my mom sleep flat on an bare ground, which she was doing in the living room in 11. So that was a red flag. I had gone to Shoppers Stop, picked up a couple of perfumes, but when I used the perfume one morning, it had only the smell of very high levels of fish. Something my mom would never mess with. Plus, when she wants to do her sari, she's telling me to get out of her way. My mom's never that sort. My mom is a very different quality. So this woman had little resentment, like I talked about 2013 when I returned from, or 2012 end when I returned from New Zealand. The patterns are very different. Yet she's my mom standing in front of me. They've been abducting people left, right, center and putting them away and bringing out the clones. Alright, this is what this reading is all about, trying to find the location, if we can. Now, you must understand that over here there is a Pushpak Nagar also. I don't know if this place has something underground. But this, according to me, is very important, which is Khandeshwar, because even Shirdi Sai Baba at times says, go to the Khandeshwar Shiv temple, you will have new land deals and new tree deals. You will have new land deals. So if he's talking about the Khandeshwar temple, this is also Khandeshwar. And I always wonder, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? It is possible because Kamothe, Vichumbe are actually all in this area only. Vichumbe is where that other railway line is on the top. It's somewhere over there. Vichumbe is somewhere over there. Okay. So this place has to be scanned very, very, like, literally it's like you have to be very, very before they even move these people out. Okay, you see over here we have Goa. That goes to Pen. First you got to pass Pen before you go to Goa. Since that is an expressway, very few people actually get off the expressway. It is a straight road and very heavy moving traffic. What is this land all about? We don't know. It would be cordoned off till the construction starts. How many tin sheds are over here in this place? How much heavy construction happens? Here it is loaded with trucks for this portion. This is a very heavy port area. They are planning to build this bridge between these two islands going forward. Nava Shiva. But this is very, very heavy with truck traffic, especially also on this expressway also and off the expressway also. Also plenty of construction happening in this place. Plenty of empty land also in this place. So we will now ask her, since you understood the map. Mora also is here. I have a feeling we keep getting more. Where is Mora? Mora here. The crowd over here, if you're going to Vashi and you're going, there is a crowd that is residential. But there's an equal crowd of migrant traffic coming and going from these roads, the truckers, tourist buses. There is a toll naka that you have to pass. But the point is, I don't think these guys go through the toll naka. Whatever the area of operation, once they bring whatever into the space or pull them off from the space, then they are very much within the space, underground somewhere. And they are moved from some facility to another, which is what she said, but put in Goonies. After being knocked out with anesthesia. So they must be studying, and then yes, she has said that somewhere there are a few people in the authority who know about it, but not everybody. So they must be having a setting with somebody for some amount of consideration. This has happened in the 80s and the 90s also. They're calling it nation building. Yet this is planned and paid for from abroad with euros to the INRs. The workman has risen from the Middle East, shape-shifting in India, all the way to the top. How it can help the Indian diaspora getting rid of Indian brains and draining Indian brains who have the mindset and the ability to actually execute jobs legally, employ legally, keep karma also good for everybody according to the position. How you can dare to call it nation building, I don't know. I don't think it is. I think it is fooling the Indian masses, and anywhere you have already destroyed the location, like Europe, you have destroyed a lot. They don't realize it. That's because you still have places like India to sponge off, and you have been doing it for years on end without the Indians even realizing it. But tomorrow you stamp down on America, Russia, India, places where legal employment money is generated, so you also get fed, and you think it is coming to you by legal means, but no, it is blood money and illegal means. Tomorrow everything comes you. There'll be nowhere to grab the money from, and all that money will be with that cheapster who misuses people, plays chess games with their mind, makes them do so much, talking to them and talking to their needs, uses them up to the time he needs to use them, then gets rid of them, again playing chess, utilizing other people's resources. If I am dying, ma'am, that's not your problem. पापा पापा नहीं बोलने का है, क्योंकि डोमिनिक जो है, जो हमको यहाँ पे मिला है, connected with the cartel, his father was part of the cartel, criminal cartel of your Copenhagen, Norway. Starting out from there, he has shape-shifted into Forge as well as my father, up to the time I was about 17 years old. Surely his goodbye gift to me was not spoiling my face when he has exited. Then my marriage in 2002. Cribbing and crying to my father's sisters every bloody day for 5 months. Talking to my sister and my mother on the phone. Finally the decision is taken, okay, leave the marriage. That is 2002. 2006, Shalina and Shalina's daughter. Who is talking about what? Varsha's daughter married Varsha Shalina. Mercy cut nose. What does Varsha Shalina in 2006 end tell me? Sanjeev is Dominic. Sanjeev is actually like Papa. If I was married to Sanjeev, I would make it work at any cost. And you must try to make things work. But what were you doing? You have been discussed with all of 2002 that I want to leave the marriage. Together we've decided I'm going to leave the marriage. 4 years later you're talking this shit. That means you are a duplicate. You knew Sanjeev's real identity. You knew that he has shapeshifted for Dominic, or Dominic has shapeshifted for Mr. JAYA.ADVANI. You knew that he has shapeshifted in the marriage also. This is why you have said what you said, but only end 2006. That means who's been my sister and who you are two different people. Yet you dare to look like my sister and you're talking to me in my bedroom off number 4 Jaswell. Yes. That is you who has dropped Tomcat off in this place, somewhere over here.
and he has ended up in the underground facility. It is you who would have just fooled probably Kabir Akhil also that way. Kabir Gupta, Akhil Gupta. You know where this facility is today. One of your bloody, either you have gone abroad and left somebody else over here to play the role of Shalina and Varsha at Sharan. She has come to this house as a part-time maid, in between. You all belong to this kind of shitty group that abducts people in broad daylight. Hemang Shah, whoever spoken to me on the phone, Gangaram, you are the only domestic help who made pizzas and brought it to school till you were asked to leave. So Vatsala, kaam wali bai can work at our home. She's the only one who used to sleep on the floor. Like 2010-11 at Lonavala. Resentful as shits. Not the old woman, her descendants must be. When you are sitting and stealing people, kidnapping them in broad daylight, pulling them off, the who's who, तो तू तो सोचता है तू बड़ा शाना है, तो तुम में decency कहाँ का है? So the guy who has spoken to me pretending to be Hemang Shah, I like making pizzas, I make pizzas. Yes, तू जो है गंगाराम है जो 2 बच्चों के लिए पिज्जा बना के स्कूल लेके आता था, फोर्ट कॉन्वेंट स्कूल. Hemang Shah has been called out associated with these activities. Hemang Shah talks about the secret. 2007 I think, 2007 sometime. He's talking about friends who have some homes close to the sea, but not seawards and not Vashi, but something connected with the sea, and some big big construction happening. So he knows this area really well, which I don't know. In and around that time, Tom, whoever the Tom cat is, he's been pulled off the grid and put underneath here. Mindlessly, the traffic is tapping on a expressway. The woman driving him has told him to get off, and he has not questioned her. He's gotten off and the traffic has started. He was picked up by somebody over there and put underground because his mind doesn't work. What about one version of my father who's eating like he's never eaten? My father, me, we can't have breakfast at 8 in the morning. We're not able to digest. At 8 in the morning, he's eating tandoori chicken like he's never eaten ever in his life. And he looks so hungry. I'm wondering what has happened to this man. He's a bag of bones. Yet he is like all over the place. He can't think. He's not thinking straight. This is why I get scared. Because he is looking like my dad and it looks like he's got Alzheimer's. How do such things happen? Then where is Fluffy Tomcat? You are shameless shits. That's all I want to tell you. Shameless, spit-worthy shit. Vivek, you are involved in all these activities from IOL. You, Vijay Bala, Ajay Chauhan, and that other woman who was staying in Kiran, staying in Mira Road. All 4 of you have been called out to have terrorist links from IOL. जहां जहां जाओ विवेक का नाम आता ही रहता है. You say I, Jaya, holder of the pendulum, have too much protection of too much around me? Difficult to cut in, but nothing is impossible. You are possible. I am possible. You will do whatever it takes. घी सीधे उंगली से नहीं निकलता है, टेढ़े उंगली से निकालेगा. ये जो तू आता है, गोवा जो है, ऑन द वे पेन विच वी हैव गॉट इन आवर रीड, वहाँ का टेम्पल का कोई प्रीस्ट तेरा कोई रिश्तेदार है या तू डोनेशन वहाँ पे करता है? Then why are you giving with this kind of activity? You stay in Parel? You know this area very well? You are leveraging BJP, NDA, at the same time pulling their proper officials off and putting them under the ground, bringing in all the illegal kind of people through Vijay Bala. Okay, Varsha, what I'm saying is, okay, Varsha, for this area, are you willing to give the letters? So show me what is a yes, not this. Show me what is a yes. Straight. What is a no? If you just say a no, how would you show the no? Round is a no. Okay, darling. So now we will start with the ABCD. Okay, so I will not go ABCD. Let's start with this. Is this a yes? The letter S is a yes, requires to be taken. The letter T needs to be taken. The letter Z needs to be taken. Z needs to be taken. Y needs to be taken. The letter U has to be taken. The letter V has to be taken. The letter P has to be taken. The letter X has to be taken. The letter W has to be taken. The letter W has to be taken. Okay. So Z has to be taken. Z and W. I will ask again, just as a recheck. Letter S has to be taken. Letter T has to be taken. Letter U has to be taken. Letter O has to be taken. Letter P has to be taken. Letter Q has to be taken. Letter M has to be taken. Letter N has to be taken. Letter Z has to be taken. Letter Y has to be taken. Letter S has to be taken. Letter M has to be taken. N has to be taken.
T has to be taken. Z has to be taken. N has to be taken. I only want from Maharashtra. I don't want you covering NTR and all these names, huh? I only want the name of the place where the facility is at. Varsha. I know you must be having zillion things to tell me, but you have to give me only the place. Don't confuse it with other things. N has to be taken. T has to be taken. Z has to be taken. U has to be taken. O has to be taken. A has to be taken. G has to be taken. N has to be taken. Does N have to be taken? Has I to be taken? Has C to be taken? Has H to be taken? Is B to be taken? B, C, H, I, all this? Does F have to be taken? Does L have to be taken? Does R have to be taken? Does R have to be taken? Is that a straight? So I will take R. Okay. Okay, I will take R. Does O have to be taken? Does J have to be taken? Does D have to be taken? So JD has to be taken. E has to be taken. K has to be taken. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a recheck with you of the alphabets that I have taken. On this board, you tell me whether it has to be taken or not. Okay. from what I have taken. Okay, so Z, you told me to take Z, Varsha. 1 minute. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, you told me to take letter Z. You told me to take letter W. Is it important for the place in this area where the facility is underground? I want no names of people. I only want to know the area where the facility is underground. Okay, that's all I'm looking for. So W you say take. Q should I take? Is Q required as a letter to take? Is T required as a letter to take for the facility underground? Is N required for the facility underground? Place of the place where the facility is underground? Is O required for the facility underground? Is P required for the facility underground? The name of the location of the facility underground? U is required for the facility underground? B is required for the facility underground? The letter B. C is required for the facility underground? G is required for the facility underground? R is required for the facility underground to find out the name of the facility. R is required. P is required for the facility. K is required for the facility. J is required for the facility. D is required for the facility. The letter D is required for the underground facility. E is required for the underground facility. Only the name of the location, nothing else. No people, no people. When I want people, it will be a separate thing. Just the location. Once the location is found and if people are found, then automatically they'll start talking. They must have heard so much in all these years. K for the facility underground, the location. C for the facility, we take the letter C. We take the letter G. We take the letter B. We take the letter U. U is required. The alphabet. W is required. I is required. Q is required. The letter Q is required for the facility underground. Do we need that letter? Do we need that alphabet for identifying the location? Is T required for identifying the location? Okay, so just give me a minute. Let me see what I can do. Okay, let me put it out in my book. Okay, help me make words of places in and around Oni on this map. I will go for a more detailed map and see if it matches. Okay, so I went and did the exercise of finding out from Varsha where on this map are the people in this case. First case is where she was at, which was Kamote. Above ground level, she says it's a construction site, so no one can hear you. My mother is still over there, Mrs. Anita Merchant, Trumona Hingorani. They're still here in this area. Other than them, there are others also, but bigger than this in acreages. She says people like Karine, Mr. Mukesh Ambani, Ranbir Kapoor, the original, are somewhere in a facility underground between Baman Dongri and Ulve, somewhere in this area. She says it is a military facility. Ask her, is it the Indian military facility? She's saying it is an Indian military facility. I don't know if she's confused between the Indian military facility or maybe rebels who did a facility underground, or it is an unused facility misused by the miscreants. But she insists that the facility is between this and this. So, when I asked her about this, she vehemently said no. So, when I asked her about this portion, she vehemently said no. I asked her about this also, she didn't have anything to say about it. Asked her about here also, she didn't have anything to say about the Goa part of it. Asked her about this position also, she didn't have anything to say about this. She's saying it is somewhere over here. And she keeps calling out the rail and the air and the liner. So this is the liner, this is the rail, and that's the air. This underground facility has the who's who have contributed legally to Bombay's financial success. This place, I don't know why they have segregated them in this area, is where Mrs. Anita Merchant is still at, Trumona Hingorani is still at, and some other people are still at. But this is not where Mr. Ambani, Karine, RK, and then many people who have passed away also because they've got into fights. And so they've just been killed. She's saying the Indian military is the facility for the underground place over here. This is only one of the places. She's saying like this, there is in Gujarat also. And in here Karnataka also. So if you think about your Palghar where Mr. Cyrus Mistry and his 3 friends had the accident, that is, he's coming from Gujarat to Maharashtra from a different line, but he's not the original, he's a duplicate. If you think about Mr. Siddharth, who they said committed suicide, that was here in Karnataka. Now, since this is too heavy for my this, anyway, what I will do, let me ask Shirdi Sai Baba and Varsha. First, let me thank her, Varsha, for the guidance. Also, what I need to do is show you what I have got. Before getting ahead of myself, I think it is important to show you what I have got here. So the letters that she said Mr. Ambani is a Gujarati man. Mr. Merchant was also a Gujarati man. I am supposed to be Indian. As a 10-20-day-old baby, I cannot come crossing over the borders. I'm supposed to have Spanish blood. Now, do you want to take me to the underground facility or take me to that place in Kamote? You tell me what is so great. Wherever I have been born and brought up, and let me show you what bloodline I have. Let me show you their life and their lifestyle. Let me show it to you. Then you can come to a deduction which one is better. What would I prefer? Feeling like I'm suffocated and not understanding why? Or would I like to breathe easily in a place that I feel I fit into? They also like me, I also like them, we are able to get along. It is you who's the sore thumb I can't get along with. Why? Am I a wrongdoer or are you a wrongdoer? Everybody who has helped this government be formed is underground over there. Because this government itself is a rogue. How is the Middle Eastern shape-shifting for something that is Indian? You will say the Gandhis also had half Italian blood. Not until Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi. And when they have done whatever governance, they did it with a fair hand. Otherwise, we wouldn't have come this far. If the illegal stuff has been done, it has been done underground. And it has been done by the opposition. Mostly Mr. Jaitley, who is Middle Eastern blood. All the people he has hired are Middle Eastern people. And whenever he has hired the domestic help, and only them, rock bottom of the bloody pyramid. He's done it for money. It is they who have sold all the information of this country abroad. Why have you not taught them? For people who know how to make their own money, they're going to sell secrets of a country. They're going into bedrooms of other people and plugging it to hear secrets, or they're running their fucking businesses. Who goes into people's bedrooms? The domestic help. You're going to hang around with the domestic help the way I have been forced to. Or you let them get into your bedroom, do the cleaning and get out. But when they're entering, what do? So they will roam freely and sell secrets. While those who legally make the money are down underground with their duplicates out. Throwing weight around with whatever, anything they want. What cheapness! Come on! So what are the words I picked up over here? NOPUZWGHIJE BCRDK. This is only to do with Maharashtra. MH is Maharashtra. N Mumbai is Navi Mumbai. Only one location. From here we got the name Khande. That is Khandeshwar. That is close to Kamote. That's the railway station. Probably that's the railway station from where you go to the Kamote place. There is something to do with Nehru. Not sure she's trying to say Nehru. But then there is JNPT, which is the Port Trust. So is that Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust Township? Then that is next to that Ulve and Baman Dongri. We have got Pen yet once again. That's on the way to Goa.
And we got Dongri full. DONGRI. DONGRI. Now tell me one thing, if this is an Indian Army facility, why is the ISIS making noise in my body like he's cutting nutcracker? जो पान वाला जो है, he's making sounds of nutcracker. क्यों कर रहा है? What is that thing that you use that makes tuck 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 noise? जो पान वाला use करता है. The man, when he is running his pan shop, he is cutting betel nut, which is the hard supari for the Indian pan. So he uses a device which cuts a very hard, round betel nut and chops it to little bits. The ISIS uses that device to cut fingers. Why is he making those sounds under my body? You're trying to threaten me? What? Why? If this is a Indian Army facility underground, why is he playing ISIS sounds? What sense does it make? Is India a terrorist nation? Have we already become that? Where is pure governance? Other than dance drama, lies, deceit, and rogue. Making a spiritual place a rogue nation straight out of the Middle East. What a game. It is shitty chess. Unethical chess, making people pawns on the chessboard. It doesn't serve anybody's purpose except the underworld. And not even underworld, it is the huge criminal cartel. Not even homegrown in India. Straight out of some other nation. This one world government also is their effort. It is the king of Dubai who had Amritanandamayi Mata does Vedic rites over here, is in a Hindu nation, does all the pujas the Hindu way, goes for one world government, new world order to the UAE. Arpita, Salman Khan's adopted sister. Amritanandamayi Mata's ashram started out like a fisherwoman's hut initially. It grew from scratch and not on dance drama. She actually had the ability to run it. कोई dance drama था ही नहीं उन दिनों में. She herself has gone on record saying she will not live beyond 45-46 age. Which birthday is she celebrating now? How many hours is she sitting? Ends her Shani Puja. Wiping her face, the Muslims do in their prayers with both palms. Never seen it before. Saw it only in 2010, 2011. When Vidya Balan had visited her. All the film crowd had started visiting to make it more popular. This is connected with Z's. Zion कोई है कि Sion है. Z becomes Sion also. So Sivri and Sion is together. That's the sewerage of Sivri. Jihad is jihad spelled because this is not really fair play. This is the most filthy game ever. That also not actually, it is fooling the population of India. Globalization of a criminal network and a criminal syndicate. Customizing it while it globalizes its business of crime. Yes? Yes! So maybe crude oil is found in this Nava Sheva place. Don't know what it's for. Cruise is cruise.
Okay, so let's look at the map and see what we have. So Nehru is maybe JNPT. Come on, man. I don't have. When we're doing, I really don't like getting interrupted. I like to finish before my thought process goes. Right? So if we just look at it, JNPT could be the Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust Township. This must be the cruises coming and going. A waterway. This may be the Nehru that they are talking about. Maybe that's what she's trying to tell me. The Dongri is definitely Baman Dongri from a looks of it, because this is the only Dongri available in this place. The rail also is over here. The air also is close by. Liner and cruise also is close by. I'm saying maybe there's some crude oil mining somewhere close by here. Or maybe something to do with the crude oil. Something in this area. Or maybe the men over here are very crude in the underground, or wherever these guys are holed up at. Could be the other way of understanding it. Of course, she's saying it's some jihad, because even when I had asked her, Varsha, what is the name of the boy SRL? Who has shapeshifted to be SRL, who has shapeshifted to be JAYA.ADVANI, unfortunately. Post when you started giving me a bad name in my 9th standard, 1988. It's a government aided school with Birlas and Ruyas. They can buy the school off. But you will give us aid taking away a 15 rupee tie and making us pay 4,000 to 6,000 for our uniforms. Where is your common sense? Where is your common sense? I don't have time for cheapness. Every act is steeped in stinking, worse than perspiration, acts of deceit and cheapness. Frankly telling you, it stinks. That energy stinks beyond measure. That deceitful, manipulative energy of yours stinks. Stinks. Anyway, when I have asked her, Varsha, can you give me the name of the boy? I'll show it to you this way. When I have told her, Varsha, can you give me the name of the boy? These were the letters she gave me. Initially, where I lost my temper, it was evening time. She first gave me AHIJTUVWY. In there is a Haji and there is Jihad. JIHAT, not Jihad. So she's saying, why you Haji, why you Jihad, or why you what Jihad, or why you Jihad, something of that sort. So I lost my temper. I got angry and I told her, no, answer straight. So then she said okay, and then she answered properly, and I got these things. And I said, are you fooling? Because we got A, B, C, D, E, M, N, O, P, Q. Everything else is not taken. So how I was, moving things from here, moving things from there to see whether she's giving the same answer. In that time, I got everything the same answer. Then I put it out into the book this way. Then I put it out into the book this way. And I got A, B, C, D, E, M, N, O, P, Q. And I got demon abode. I got demon mode. I got demon. I got canopy being the umbrella. I got Dominic being the name. Demonic being the name. Madmen, Ben-Hur,
Ben-Hur, I sat up because my dad used to say he liked the name Ben-Hur. This is how I had to ask her, SRL and then Papa also. She said yes. So now go to 2006. When I've left that 5-month marriage, so I've been crying every day to my father's sisters and to my sister and to my mother on the phone. My father's sisters live in the same city as the marriage city. So them face to face I'm sitting and complaining. But on the phone to Bombay, my mom in Lonavala and my sister in Bombay is what I think. Then I take a decision, leave. So I leave. 4 years have passed. She has suddenly started a new thing at Jaswell. I would do anything to make the marriage work. Papa and Sanjeev is actually just like Papa. They are very similar. So I would do anything and make it work. You don't make anything work. But then why did she not say this 4 years earlier? Because she's not the same girl. She's a replica. And she has the knowledge of all the shape shifting. That's why. They're so good at playing their role or gene editing that even we get fooled. Because they're wearing the ego stolen from the original. You're telling me this is which military issue? Which military's hand? Whenever you sow bad seeds, you cannot get good flowering. Even with good seeds, sometimes you get bad flowering. Bad seeds, like bad karma, where Yudhishthira could not get away with even saying an entire truth half under his breath, then nothing else is justifiable, frankly telling you, understanding it that way. You don't like people, you suspect they are this, ask them, give them their money as MR, whatever it is, at the government rate and ask them to leave. Do not do what you have done. You have grabbed their assets, grabbed their hard work, given them a bad name. Whether they are really bad, not bad, who's really bad, it's anybody's guess. Bend code, mend code, bend code, band code, DEP, PC, AB, bed, bad, Camin, Monic, Macron. Macron is from that Europe. French Revolution. French Revolution where the commoners go guillotine the aristocracy. Then we get great leaders to run the economies from those handpicked. Then the only thing they know how to do is lie, steal, grab, no matter where in the system they are. No matter where in the ecosystem they are. Then they spread their tentacles. Anywhere they can grab. For it is a shame when we are talking about Macron and Macron. You are playing the ISIS nail cutting nutcracker. It's a shame you are doing that. A shame you are doing that. A shame that you are doing that. But you have no shame. Varisha, what I'm trying to understand with you, Zion, Z-I-O-N, is got to do with Zion. Zion is an important place. Zion is important from which point of view? A group of people who have grown up in Zion are stuck underground. A group of people who were brought up in Zion are connected with the jihad movement of abducting people in broad daylight and putting them underground. Sayuda Saksaria, who I met at Queensland University of Technology, whose father is a dermatologist or used to be with the Saudi government hospital. Her friend Hemang Shah, he's involved in these activities. because he has gone on record talking about pulling people in broad daylight, never to be missed again or nor ever to be found. He has also made references to the secret, the secret. Women connected with him have left and run off to United Kingdom. One girl, the mother doesn't know that the daughter committed suicide, but Hemang sees that girl's ghost all the time, is what he has told me on the phone. It is while speaking to him that only Gangaram knew how to make pizzas. Hemang has gone on record saying he knows how to make good pizza. And he cooks pizza for himself. That could have been Gangaram. Gangaram is known to Hemang Shah. Vatsalabai is known to Hemang Shah. Hemang Shah runs the network of domestic helps connected with jihad. Hemang Shah, his sister is supposed to be Pooja, who is a doctor in the UK. Is Sayuta Saxeria, the girl who met me in QUT, is she involved in all these activities? Is that girl still alive in her human form? Did that girl have a fight with her best friend called Pushu Lakhani? They went to Alexandra school together. We're talking about the same girl. That girl is the mother of Sia. Sia is in safe hands. So is Sia in safe hands? Sayugita and Sia have been put underground somewhere. Sayugita is free. Sayugita has been pulled off and put in the underground facility somewhere. Sanyu, she's been put away in India. The son that Sayugita had is the original Sayugita's son. Did the original have a son with, after Sia, did the original Sayugita have a son? Sia is badly treated by the duplicate Sayugita Saxeria. Sia is treated okay. Sia's birth mother is in the underground facility. She's who studied with me at QUT. She is in the same facility in Maharashtra. So she's in the same facility where Ranbir Kapoor and Kareena is at, and Ambani is at. Are they there out of their free will? Are they detained over there by the Indian military as suspects? The facility is the Indian military underground. But is the Indian military as an organization involved in it? Is the Indian military doing this to protect them in some way?
Is Nikhil Advani part of this setup? Is he stuck underground somewhere over here? Why can't these people cannot go back home? Will these people ever be able to just live a normal life back home? Is Trumona holed up as a suspect for nefarious activity? Is that why she's not mixing with the underground facility? But is she really done bad karma? Is she associated with having done genuinely bad karma? Trumona Hingorani, Umesh's sister, has she done bad karma? Or has she helped the Middle East effort of trying to destabilize whatever they want to do? Is she hand in glove? Yes, you have poked lots of things inside my body while I have slept. You can make me burp, you can make me fall, you can twist this finger, one of those fingers you can twist at will. You have, because of whatever it is, a glitch in the brain. We have held a knife wrong and cut ourselves this way. We're still trying to get it back to normal. So lots of things you can do. Plenty, because after all the brain is something we don't think about, we take it for granted. But you though, when I was in school, only knew that the brain, while it is very delicate and it is very small, nobody thinks about it. It is the most important organ in the entire body is what I was told. Then you have discussed left brain, right brain also. So you've been studying. The brain is what makes our body function in a particular way. So if the brain sends malfunctioning signals to the body, I can cough, I can burp, my muscles can hurt, the joints can be, the nerves can be fooled around with. You have given me electric shocks also, right? वो पूरा ब्रेन का सिग्नल का है. अब अगर तुमने हमको ये कंट्री के अंदर लेके आ गए हैं या किसी और को लेके आ गए हैं चिप करके, तो फिर तू पहले ही से बिफोर आई इवन कम हियर यू ऑलरेडी गॉट माय डीएनए इन योर हैंड्स. अब तू क्या करे? आफ्टर ऑल यू हैव गॉन प्लगिंग एंड एक्सचेंजिंग पीपल, वन फ्रॉम अ क्रिमिनल नेटवर्क इनटू अ गुड फैमिली, एंड द वन फ्रॉम द गुड फैमिली हु you've taken out into a particular society that is different from the birth, completely different. And then you have played games on the identity as it suits you, making it a pawn on the chessboard, right? So you've had an upper hand playing manipulative games from the very beginning, but that is not good enough. Now you want to go straight for the brain individually. So making me burp is not a big deal. I've seen you do it in so many cases. Then whatever you have fitted inside my body, you want to echo it out onto that bloody cheap fan. Who even created you? I can't understand. If the intelligence had to depend on you for when I burp and when I fart, and you echo some word extra loud, and they pin that on me, but it is done by your brain signal keyboard, then where you are sending them like Kasab. What was being told to you about Kasab and 2008? When you are a jihad, when you are born and trained, you think you are so, let's just say you are so bound, imprisoned. So you want freedom called jihad. उसमें कितना hate होता है, नफरत कितना होता है हृदय के अंदर. Do you really need to actually have drugs to expend that nafrat? Or naturally you have nafrat? Why do you need drugs? That boy was put out. Now the thing is, if that boy was put out with drugs to do what he did you chip him and load some wrong information into his brain because you know he's going to get caught? You want to divert the police. You want them to go round and round and round. Did you upload him with some information different from what the actual reality is? Just to send everyone on a wild goose chase.
What is the synagogue got to do, the Jew, with Bombay blast of Taj, which is the Tata's property? Or then CST for the common man, where the train comes and goes, that is Deccan Queen. Got to do with my mom and Kiran Merchant. Both people who have contributed, my mom specifically, to a well-being of me. You brought me here to be badly treated and then add to your nonsense. But I was well treated, and that got your goat. What's with the synagogue and the Jews? They are who Nazis didn't like, Hitler didn't like. So who amongst you has played this game who's actually Hitler's reincarnation or believes in Hitler's ideologies? Who has played such a filthy game, so damn bloody smart? Misuse scientific advanced research only for your own greed and grabbing, not caring two whits for anybody else's well-being, but talking everything that is good to the community. And then of course Leopold. Leadership of what kind? Hitler in Germany is far away in Europe. You have attacked Bombay, where every community it is possible they are waiting for a train in CST. Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus for, it used to be VT, Victoria terminus for the rail. That train goes to all these locations also. Whatever we have shown you on this map, it can connect to it. That back road is what takes you to this Bombay-Pune expressway. Yes, there is another station which is the Western Railway, but that is not being discussed, right? I arrived in Churchgate, coming back from Deep Towers or meeting Varsha, what I think is my sister, and I'm actually crazy about my niece, so I'm hanging around my niece. I have returned back in the train by about 10:30 in the night. Got down at the Churchgate Western Railway Station and said everything is eerie. It's very strange. I don't even know if I'll have to walk home. This is very scary. Get into my home, switch on the TV as I usually do and see, oh, all news channels are talking about what has happened, and I have just passed Bombay Hospital, not realizing it. And there is a huge deal that has happened. So you could have affected the Western Railway line, which you didn't do. You only affected what? Sitting and by voice command, sitting and putting my TV off is no big deal. It's not a big deal. That's you being cheap via the fan and the cheapness that you are. Alright? What I am saying is, why did you affect those 4 places? Don't try to digress me. Varsha, can you tell me one thing? Because we spoke about the Tatas, this Kasab thing that happened and Bombay Blast 2008, it's got to do with SRL? Rather Dominic? Nordic region? Criminal cartel from there? Was Kasab by any chance uploaded with wrong information or with information that is misleading in any way? He gave the right information, whatever information he gave was the right information to the police? Did he give any misleading information to the police? The 4 places that the bomb blast went off, one was Taj, Apollo Taj Bandar, Apollo Bandar. One was CST, which is Deccan Queen, the train coming and going. Then the Jewish synagogue and Leopold. Is there some deeper meaning to it? Is there a reason for it? Is there a deeper meaning that, let's just say, Dominic, the shapeshifter for Kani Advani, shapeshifter for SRL, and whoever else he has shapeshifted for, Samuel. Is there a reason in his thinking why he has blasted these places? Was SRL shapeshifting for Kani Advani at that point in time? Was the chap at Forge as well at that time? Is this chap still alive, shapeshifting for Elon Musk today? So, is the guy who is responsible for 2008 bomb blasts in Bombay going to be the same man bringing Starlink to Saudi Arabia and to India? Is the purpose of him bringing Starlink to India to stamp down on something that we don't understand? Is he able to do so because Mukesh Ambani is underground? Is the Indian military aware of what he is up to? Will the Indian military net the bastard? Does SRL have access to my home to hear what I am saying? Does the Indian military have access to my home to hear what I am saying? Does anybody in the ATS have access to my home to what I am saying? Does anybody who is law keeping in our side have access to what I am saying? No, who's pro India, bloody hell, not pro other countries living in India and screwing the Indians over. There is a method to his madness when he has chosen what he has chosen and how he has chosen it. He has done it on purpose, his every move. It is Dominic who was shape-shifting as Mr. What is it? Sophie Bai. Bloody fucking what nonsense is this? क्या बात कर रही है? Sali.
See what they have put on my TV. They keep putting my TV off on word. बस ओरली कुछ बोली और हमारा टीवी ऑफ होता है. This map is very important. She is saying that primarily these guys in this location is primarily for their safety only, but it is not by their free will.
I told you Sayuta is broad minded enough. She will never differentiate between her children. So when I have gone over there, she is mooning over her son and not mooning over the daughter. So I say something is wrong over here. Because that was not Sayuta. Something is wrong in her attitude. But she is not involved in the wrong activity. Hemangsha is involved in something that is little upside down. Trimona is away over here with Anita under the assumption that they are connected with something that is wrong. But the real problem actually is Dominic. And no, Trimona, when she meets her mama, she's not going to know. I'm not going to know. Anita is not going to know. Anita Merchant is not going to realize that, hey, 1 minute, Kiran is behaving a little differently. It is me as an outsider who will tell her, Mama, I think you need to be a little careful. And I can't say it openly. There's something that's not right. But he's looking the same. She's come with him only. He's driving back home. They're doing the same things. But he's a little different. It's very difficult. So anyway, keep everyone, if these guys are taken care of over here, it's one thing, I don't know. This is another story. But your real culprit is SRL, who's shape-shifting. He's not even SRL. Dominic shape-shifting for SRL, shape-shifting for Elon. The problem is he's coming to India with Starlink. He's going to Saudi also with the same idea. He's shape-shifting for Elon. Elon Musk is no more in his body. The real Musk is no more. This guy wants to grab everything and he wants to leave no holes or gaps like a previous lifetime where he has failed. So that means he still doesn't like the Jews, the synagogue in Bombay. While at that time he has been Mr. I-Advani, very much in Bombay. But it is Dominic. When was the real Mr. I-Advani pulled off? Was there ever a real Mr. I-Advani? What is the history? If we look at it from 73 onwards, step, everything under a big microscope. Who is what? Who am I really? So all things, if it can be aired openly for what it is and not, needs to be done. There is no other way. Also, I don't know about these guys whether the pendulum is saying that they're genuinely safe over here or the pendulum is a little off. I'm not sure. Okay, what I think is I need to take a break now. This has been a long session. I promised to give her something to eat too. And I need to eat too. So I will take a break from the reading. This is one effort. I need to ask about Vaisha. Where Ranbir Kapoor and Kareena, Mukesh Ambani. You say Sayuta also is over there? Are you sure they're okay underground? But you told me some people had to eat stale food. Ranbir Kapoor and all. But then how can they be okay?
Okay, I want to know, in this facility, Cyrus Mystery's duplicate got into the accident, you said. The real Cyrus Mystery, you say, is underground. Is he in Maharashtra in the same facility? Or is he somewhere in Gujarat? Is he in a Gujarat facility? Is he at the same SEZ Baman Dongri facility? Is he at a facility somewhere at Palagar, near Gujarat somewhere? Palgar, not Palagar. Palgar somewhere. Is he somewhere in and around that area? That comes into Maharashtra. So it's like the outskirts of Maharashtra. Now, who is in the underground facility is the real Cyrus Mystery? You're saying the duplicate Cyrus Mystery is underground? Let's just say the original Cyrus Mystery and his wife Rohika. The girl who is born into a law firm, as in somebody who runs a law firm, and I don't know, also like an external minister, I think, part of the Indian Central Ministry. That girl is still in her human form. Her name is Chagla. Rohika Chagla is in her human form. Okay, her legally wedded husband, called Cyrus Mystery, he's born on the 4th of July. Is he in his physical form? The original Cyrus Mystery. The guy who went to cathedral school is the original Cyrus Mystery. Did the original Cyrus Mystery go to cathedral school, Varisha? So is that boy still in his human form? The boy who went to cathedral school, is he in his human form? And not the boy who went to cathedral school, but Cyrus Mystery who went to cathedral school. He studied in cathedral school. Is he still in his human physical form? He got married to a girl called Rohika Chagla. Is that girl he got married to in her physical form? Has she been CRISPRed into something else? Is she hiding underground somewhere? Has she been kidnapped somewhere underground? Did he murder her? Did he have a contract killed? Was she pulled off the grid against her wishes and killed? Is the original Cyrus Mystery aware of this? Now, the original Cyrus Mystery who studied at cathedral school, is he in a facility underground? Has he been kidnapped? The Cyrus Mystery who went to cathedral school is also in an underground facility at India. Europe. Mediterranean. UAE. Somewhere in the Middle East. some of the original kings of the Middle Eastern area and the UAE are also with him down over there in that underground facility. That's the sand dunes and the caves underground. This Saudi king that is there, Saudi prince, he's the original who Elon's gone to meet along with Trump. He's the original prince. He's a stand-in for the original. Is the military taking care of the original prince underground? Or is it a kidnapping? Are these guys treated badly underground is what I am trying to understand, Varsha. Either they are free and for their safety they are underground, or they are badly treated when they are underground. So is it for their safety that they are underground? Are they badly treated underground and it is not for their safety, it is to steal from them? So who on earth can actually identify this and actually free them up so that business can run as normal, not bloody farce and God knows what nonsense coming into their place? Do you see Dominic, SRL, JAYA.ADVANI, shapeshifter, whatever it is, getting caught next year, Varsha? Next year or in 2027, 26, 27, do you see law catching up with these people genuinely? You are saying he is watching my house even as of now? You are saying the Indian military cannot watch my home as of now? He has cut access off to them? ATS can't watch my home now? But somebody from the law can watch Indian law can watch my home? People who are from Indian law can understand what's happening? They are going to deal with the situation appropriately? They are going to catch him? Okay, I'm going to close this session now. I need to take a break. Okay, thank you very much for all the guidance given. So anyway, we're going to close this session off right now. Okay, and I'm going to clock the timing for it. It is 13:10. It's a Thursday. And it is the 15th of May 2025. Okay. So I'll close it at this.